Beneath the quiet fields and forests of modern Europe lies a parallel world, a dark, sprawling network of secret bunkers and subterranean factories built during the Second World War. By tracking the purpose and construction of 10 specific underground complexes, we can see how military strategy evolved as the conflict moved deeper into the earth. Before a single shot was fired, military planners believed the next conflict would be a static war of attrition. France constructed Complex No. 1, the Maginot Line. To prevent a repeat of trench warfare, they built a massive subterranean shield spanning hundreds of miles, outfitting it with underground cinemas, air conditioning, and electric rail lines to resupply 500,000 soldiers. Directly opposing it was Complex No. 2, Germany's Siegfried Line. This 390-mile counterfortress drove almost 20 meters into the earth, packed with over 22,000 deep bunkers designed to trap and destroy any invading force at the border. In May 1940, highly mobile tank divisions and coordinated airstrikes bypassed these static defenses entirely. Millions of tons of poured concrete were rendered obsolete. To survive the realities of high-speed maneuvers, the underground war shifted inward, burying the active war machine itself. As the conflict expanded, the German High Command realized their sprawling factories and military leadership were highly vulnerable targets. They began encasing their most critical assets in impenetrable armor. Complex No. 3, the Valentin Submarine Pens near the North Sea, demonstrates this shift. To shield their U-boat assembly lines from intense Allied air raids, engineers constructed a colossal concrete canopy, attempting to create a completely protected, self-sustaining factory. The leadership also needed a secure location to direct the invasion of the Soviet Union. Deep in the East Prussian woods, they established Complex No. 4, the Wolf's Lair. This fortified nerve center placed command operations behind walls of concrete up to 6 meters thick. To keep this massive headquarters hidden from Soviet reconnaissance aircraft, workers employed extreme camouflage measures. They plastered the concrete walls with a mixture of seaweed to blend in with the woods, hung expansive netting, and even planted mature trees directly on top of the bunker roofs. Despite the momentum of their early victories, the decision to bury and camouflage these massive command structures suggests a deep-seated anxiety. Even as they advanced, the leadership was already calculating for the possibility that their offensive might fail, requiring them to sustain a protracted defensive struggle from the shadows. By 1943, Allied bomber squadrons were steadily dismantling German cities. The High Command reacted by retreating further from the surface, both physically and psychologically. Complex No. 5, the Berghof in the Bavarian Alps, began as a mountain retreat for Hitler's inner circle. As airborne threats grew, engineers blasted a sprawling 6.2-kilometer network of bunkers into the bedrock below. This hidden city featured fully equipped living quarters, communication hubs, and ventilation systems to sustain up to 1,200 members of the elite in complete isolation. This isolation reached its peak in Complex No. 6, the Führerbunker in Berlin. Situated beneath the Reich Chancellery, it was a damp, claustrophobic shelter situated below the water table, serving as Hitler's final residence. Surrounded by heavy concrete and the rumble of Soviet artillery, the leadership issued orders to armies that no longer existed. These deep bunkers shielded them from physical harm while detaching them from the reality of the nation being obliterated above. With above-ground factories reduced to rubble, the regime executed a final, desperate strategy to keep their war machine running. They moved the production of their most advanced weapons entirely underground. This gave rise to Complex No. 7, Mittelwerk, also known as DORA. Inside a sprawling tunnel system, tens of thousands of forced laborers were pushed to mass-produce the V-2 rocket, the world's first long-range ballistic missile.